Good morning, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. Please feel free to say good morning in the chat and say where you're from today. We have the lovely Dinah on chat. And I'm not Cliff. As you can see, Cliff's not here today. So we're going to be doing the morning class with me, Basti, and Dinah will be helping everyone out in the chat, joining in. And
we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. A funny day here. It's sort of all springish again. It's kind of changing sun and rain.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Excellent.
So I'll go off stage and leave you to it, but I'll be here.
Bless you. Thank you, Dinah. Catch you soon.
Okay. Enjoy.
Hello, good morning. We've got a few people here. Mary, Chris, Liz, Jane. Good morning, all. I won't be able to read everyone's name. So I'm going to just ask us all to, I've got a screen up on the slides and we'll come back to that in a second, but just for the moment, let's just come away from the keyboards if you can, and stand up. And we're going to, like I often get us to do to begin with, we're going to just hold the space with each other. So if you close your eyes for a moment and just have a sense of standing in a space, heavens above, earth below, or space above, ground below, and imagine everyone who is joining in with this class in a circle. So we have all the people who are here right now live, and we have the people who are watching later. Just get a sense of that circle. Lovely. And you're part of this class, part of this group, and we're all helping support each other, as well as the class itself that we go through, helping to support our energy systems. And just a moment of being thankful for that. It's kind of a nice sigh, a thankful, It is so good to have these classes. Okay. And with that, everyone in the class, we can come back again. Thank you very much for just starting together. And just to let you know, I'm not going to be doing a point of the week this week. I'm going to let Cliff carry on with that next time. But we are going to be starting on the Small Intestine Channel later on. But it is still part of the fire element. We'll come back to that in a bit. But first of all, we're going to do the scan. And that means going into our bodies and scanning through, being aware, bringing attention to how we are feeling. If you've never done this before, just follow through. If you have, you may want to have paper and pencil. I've already pre-drawn, there we go, a sort of a body shape with 3 spaces in the body, which are the 3 burners. And I'll try and go through this nice and slowly so we can all get a sense of it. Okay, so we're standing. It's kind of handy when you're standing to have feet about hip to shoulder width apart. If you're sitting, just sit with your back relatively straight. Okay. And just allow the head to just gently be lifted, almost as if something is just holding it at the crown, and so you're just relaxed. Here we go, relaxed. Bring your attention to the top of the head, and just start to scan down with your awareness, noticing how the top of the head, the sides of the head, front and back, and the faces. How is your head right now? How is this head? And you're noticing anything obvious, or could be subtle, but anything that stands out as not the sort of natural or comfortable or healthy. So it might be a full feeling going through the throat. For me, I've got extra phlegm in the throat I can notice. That's something to notice. Coming through the back of the neck into the shoulders. How are your shoulders today? And run down the arms. Is there any tension in the arms? Aching? Or is there a weakness anywhere? Down to the wrists, through the bones and small muscles of the hands and fingers. How are my arms and hands as a whole today? Little mental note, come back up. Now the chest. How's the chest? Front and back, upper back. And down the ribs, front, sides, back. How are my ribs, my rib cage? How's that today? I come through the abdomen. Maybe you've had breakfast already, maybe you haven't. How's that feeling inside? Down through the lower abdomen, the hips, the pelvis. You have the whole pelvic girdle and the buttocks. The hips often hold a bit of tension. How are your hips today? I've certainly got some. Now going down through the upper leg, we have the sides, outer sides of the leg, the front, the inside of the thigh, the back. How are your legs? Moving down to the knees. We're just taking notice, making a mental note of where we want to be aware of. I notice my left knee more than my right today. Going down through the calf muscles, into the ankles, into the feet, into the ground. Okay, maybe just step that out a little bit. So we've had a good sense of a picture of the whole body. Hopefully you've noticed at least one or two areas of interest. If you noted loads, just pick one or two of the obvious ones. So I can really notice my left knee, something in my belly, and I have tension in my shoulders. There we go, that's enough for me. I'll draw that down in a minute. You may have whatever you have going on. Now, the last thing we're going to do in scanning are the 3 burning spaces. And we'll go through each one in turn. You will have done this before, unless this is your first time. But the lower burner we shall start with. So this is from the pelvic bowl up to the belly button, the navel. So the pelvic bowl up to the belly button. And you can place your hands on, or you can just relax and be aware of it and just sink in and notice. How is this lower portion of my body today? What's it like? Maybe there's a direct experience. Maybe it's a metaphorical quality. Maybe you get an image, a sound. Who knows? Whatever you get, be aware of. It's for you. Okay, interesting. Now come up from the belly button up to the diaphragm, which is just into the lower ribs here. So you've got diaphragm to the belly button. This is our middle burner. So we did the lower, this is the middle. So just sink into this area. What's it like in the middle burner, in the inside of our body where certain energies develop? Okay, so for me, quite different to the lower burner. Very different, in fact. And now finally, we go from the diaphragm up to the top here, level with the tops of the shoulders. And now what's this upper burner like? So just bring your attention, sink inside of the chest, inside of the body here. Maybe have a breath. Just notice what's the quality, the feeling like inside here. Same or different to these 2 previous ones? Again, very different from me. Now, if you've got pen and paper, please do make a note of it. I'm going to do a quick sketch. And if you don't, then just have a couple of moments of mental note where you had quality, and I'm going to put up a poll. In fact, I can put up a poll now, if you like, of which burner do you want to work on most today? So feel free to join in, click, let me know which of the burners you would most like to work on today. I'm just going to finish up doing this little sketch so you can see Okay, there we go. That's enough. I'm not Leonardo da Vinci, so I'll just leave it at that. So we've got about half of us have put in an answer, and it's kind of looking like the upper burner maybe the most just, but it's fairly even with the middle. In fact, all pretty even. So whenever you're ready, a few more people still clicking in. This is great. Thank you very much. Keep going. Now, I'm going to show you my picture here. There we go. So you can see that the lower burner, sort of not much going on, fairly even, but also not a lot of energy there. Middle burner, it was very full, a bit tight. In fact, almost like I've got a bit of something stuck in there. Then upper burner, fairly even, except a bit of tightness at the bottom and at the top, so the shoulders and diaphragm. So you can see that's the experience I had, and then I've kind of drawn it out as best as I could. So I would really like to work on clearing the middle burner. That's my kind of like, okay. So we'll come back to that at the end if we get time. This is most of you in already, and it looks like middle burner is pipping the post. Thanks, that's going to help me. We will of course cover all the burners, so that's fine. Okay, I'm going to go back to leaving it on the chat. Oh yes, sorry, I didn't take the slide off. I beg your pardon, everyone. Thank you, Dinah, for taking that slide off. So, we're going to get started. Let's just start with the feet, first of all. So just have a sense of the feet on the ground. Okay, maybe we want to rock backwards and forwards. Now, this is the fire element that we're in at the moment. We've done, I believe we've done the heart channel all the way down. I don't think we've done the small intestine. But one of the main qualities with, you can go side to side with your feet as well, so the ankles are turning. One of the main qualities is sort of being aware, being, the presence of mind, of awareness, and being aware of your core, of your heart, literally as well as metaphorically. Okay, bring your weight over one side and let the other foot just lift up gently, almost like you've got no weight in it. And if you can, stretch out the bottom of the foot and come back. So as we do all these exercises, stretch out the bottom of the foot and come back. Okay. Now we're going to stretch out the top of the foot. You may want to hold onto the wall, and you put the foot behind you and try to stretch the top of the foot, just putting in a little bit of weight. Now, if you feel that's not doing anything, you can put it in front of you and turn over, so it'll look like that. But not everyone can do that, so if you can't, just put it behind you and stretch. And then put it back, and a gentle stretch. Just enough to feel the top of the foot open. Now we can, staying in this leg, start doing circles. So it's really useful to get a sense of feeling the bones, feeling all the different little tendons opening up in the foot. And why not start at the level of the ground? Work from the ground up, as they say. So go in the other direction, circling the ankle and the toes and the feet. Letting your awareness start to permeate through all of the bones and muscles and tendons and feelings in the feet. Okay, give it a little bit of a shake off. Drop it back down. Again, just noticing, how does that foot feel now that we've opened it out compared to the other foot? A bit different. Sink into that foot that we just worked. Come up. Stretch the bottom of the foot. Come down. Stretch up again, bottom of the foot. And down. One more time. Okay. And if you can, then behind you, so that's stretching at the top of the foot. If that's easy for you, come in front. And bring a bit of weight over. And back again. You may need to do it behind you though. And just a little amount, you know, we're not really forcing a stretch, we're just going over the toes a little bit. Okay, now let's come. So we've still got the weight here, but we're just bringing a little bit of weight into this foot and doing a few circles. And again, allow your awareness, your attention to settle into the foot, to permeate all of those tissues and bones and feelings that are starting to open out. The foot starting to open out, and in the other direction. Lovely. My feet always click a lot. I don't know whether you can hear it. Okay, and then give it a shake out. Lovely. Might as well shake the other leg out because we've been standing on it. Just give the arms a little bit of a shake as well. Okay. Start to get a bit of a shake going through the whole body. And if you need to do any breathing or sighing or making a sound, that might help. I often find that a sigh is incredibly useful and very powerful sometimes. Ooh, you hear that head clicking? So just shaking all the way through the body. Okay, and with any of the areas that you noticed at the beginning, take the shake into that area. So I'm moving mine into the middle of the body here. So wherever it may have been for you, the other thing I could do is I could do the knee if I wanted. Okay, so we're going to do that. Shaking in the area specifically that you found at the beginning you wanted to work with. Just to get a little bit of movement through there already. Movement, for me, it's through here. For you, it's wherever you need it. And then let the shaking move out to the whole of the body again, so the whole of the body is involved. And then letting it soften and relax. Just a little bit of shaking, gentler and gentler and gentler, until it finds almost like its own place of the body's almost not even moving at all, but there's still a little bit of movement inside. Until you feel it come to a natural kind of right in the center, somewhere, some center, somehow. Just settling in. There's your center. Settle in. Nice. Okay, now we'll focus on the bones. So in the foot, we have kidney 1. Hopefully, if you've been before, you'll remember kidney 1 here, just behind the ball of the foot. So imagine you've got kidney 1, that part of the foot, the sole of the foot, just softening, relaxing, and opening. And it just sets up a channel through the legs into the lower portion of the body. And now we're going to come to the lower portion of the body, from the pelvic bowl to the belly button. Bring your hands on. And in fact, maybe just gently scoop a little bit of the air around you and bring it in again. One more time, as if you're scooping the Qi in the air around you, and you're just drawing it in. And then smooth it around this area right to your kidneys in the back and back again. If your shoulders allow it. If they don't, just go as far as you can and back again. One more time, scooping out, bringing the Qi into the body from the air. So there is energy or Qi or life everywhere around us. And just smooth it out, gently give it to the kidneys and come back. And now do some little circles in the lower portion of the body here, the lower burner. Now they're called the burners, the lower burner, middle burner, upper burner, because it's like they're factory floors, chugging away, bringing the Qi, the life force, the energy, the very happening of life into the system that we call our body and all its various little systems. So they're like little factory floors. So just use this circle to kind of like warm and activate the lower burner. And you can kind of think, if you want, that it's sort of like the energy's moving in and right through to the back. Or, if shoulder allows it, hold the lower back and do circles. Okay. So it's not like it's burning in a bad way. It's burning in terms of like something is processing. Energy is being created. Okay. So the circling. So if you had a bit of a blockage down here, then maybe the circling is more about shifting, in which case you can make it nice and quick, and like, move, move. If it was more low and you wanted to build up the energy in the lower burner here, do nice, slow, smooth, rhythmic quality where it's like it's pouring nice warm energy or syrup or something nice inside. Okay. There we go. And we can do gentle tapping. So my belly button is here, so I'm below the belly button and kind of like just either side. And just so you know, this can also help, if you can hear me over the tapping, this can also help when our nervous system is a little bit wired and we want to gently calm down the vagal nerve. We've talked about this before. Doing a good sort of, couple of minutes of just tapping either side here so that your intestines are being tapped, they're in the lower burner, and all of the nerves in the intestines are just getting a gentle rhythmic tapping. This can help us to just settle. So I'm not tapping hard. If I was really wanting to shift, I could tap it hard or I could use my fists. I'm just doing gentle tapping. Just a couple more. Nice. Okay, we'll do a couple of breaths in. So this, we're going to breathe in as if we're breathing through this lower dantian, lower burner, and into the kidneys in the back. So when you breathe in, it's like breathing in, filling up here, and breathing out, just whatever you don't need, just allowing the breath to release. So take a few breaths. Here we go, breathing in, hold it, and let go. Breathing in, let everything settle into the lower burner and the kidneys, and relax out. Last time, breathe in, hold it, let it settle into the kidneys and the lower burner, and relax. Okay, maybe just like step out those legs. Okay, and as Cliff likes to do, and it's very useful to do, we'll do a little bit of foot massage. So let me get the chair. Here we go. So I'll take off my socks so you can see clearly. So we're going to go, you see very clearly, very clearly on my foot, the ball of the foot here, and then just underneath it, not right in the middle, but just underneath, so it's like 1/3 of the whole foot down. That's where we have kidney 1. So just get your fingers maybe in here, you can do this sitting down on the floor. And if it's hard to reach your feet, the best thing, of course, is getting someone else to do this. But you can get something to put your foot on. So if, I'm just going to use this as an example, if you had something nearby and you can't reach your feet, you can get your foot onto the edge of something and try and massage it around on it. Not going to put my foot on here because sometimes clients use that. So just going to massage my own foot because I can reach. We're getting into kidney 1 here, and this is such a lovely point. We all know it connects to the greatest degree of yin. Okay, now just generally have a squeeze around at the feet, lower down and into the heel. Anyone who's done lots of the Shiatsu course before will know that the heel relates to the heart and the small intestine, but that's in later stages. Okay, now you can work the top of the foot, maybe squeeze a couple of toes. Nice. Give it a little rub. Just open out the point and give it a bit of Qi by giving it a tap. Oh, lovely. Pop my sock back on. And again, just notice the difference between the 2 feet now. Yeah, nice. Okay, other foot. Just going to get into this point now. Kidney 1 is just a fantastic point to work. If you find that you have lots of lower back stuff going on and you can reach your feet, not only kidney 1, but also around the inside of the ankle, lots of great points there to help. And I believe we've done spleen 3 here. So you've got like inside of the foot, inside of the sole of the foot, inside edge of the foot, and inside of the ankle. All very good. Lovely stuff. Now, it seems like there's been a lot of lower back stuff going on. I think a lot of people have been feeling they've had to kind of push on through with not a lot of support. And so hopefully this class is giving you support. And when we take care of ourselves, we are far more able to help and take care of others. So keep going with this and share it with anyone you feel may be wanting or needing. Okay, do a little bit of the heel of the foot as well. Nice, 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 squeezy, squeezy. A little bit of the toes. And we'll do a little bit of tapping with the hand. Again, if you can't reach to tap the bottom of the foot, do that on the ground, especially on a nice solid ground. It feels great. Okay. Notice the difference between the feet. Not so much difference now. Lovely. Okay, I'll put this chair away. You come to standing. Whoop, there we go, my head's knocked off the screen now. And just check in with the lower burner again. How's the lower burner feeling now? Is there anything else it needs? I think just one little tap along the channels. So we are going to tap down the back of the leg where the bladder channel is. So right down the very back of the leg. And then when we come up, it's like on the inside edge, not the very inside flat, but the inside corner of the leg. So that's the kidney. So we're going to tap down the bladder. Out to the little toe, and then squeeze kidney 1, turn the toes out, and come up the inside corner. Down bladder, up kidney. Okay, fantastic. Let's move on to the middle burner. Most everyone called out for the middle burner. And this is from the belly button to the diaphragm, this middle area, and it has liver and gallbladder as well as stomach and spleen in there. Now, if you've watched any of these classes before, you'll have a little understanding of what that's about. But one of the main things to do with this is A, digestion, and B, smooth, free flow of energy. So first of all, I'd just like you to do nice, smooth movements. Nice and slow. Don't want to upset any feelings for nausea. Just like nice and free, easy. If it makes you need to burp, that's okay. That's good. That's a release. You know, that's good. It's healthy. We can get very sort of unwanting to do with movement of gas in the body. It's something that needs to move and release. So enjoy. Yeah, that's my advice. Never underestimate a good sigh if they come. Okay. Very gentle massage this. And again, we're going to find the middle of the... Oh, nice. So we're going to find the middle of the belly button. Place one hand over it and the other hand. Let the warmth of your hand warm this lovely, yummy sort of tummy feeling. And then we're going to do some circles. Now you can take this slow if you want to, but the idea is to build up movement nice and quickly. So it's kind of stimulating the digestive system. And you're going all the way around from the ribs down to your pelvis, so all of the area of digestion. And you're moving up on the right side, on this side, across, down on the left side here. Around. And this just follows the digestive tract. So it's nice, it's just encouraging for the digestive system. And you've got energy movement, you've got, if you want, you can imagine light or warmth, warm water, or nice nourishing golden sort of food or honey or whatever you'd like, whatever works for you. I've got lots of sighs today. Just going to let them keep on coming. Okay, we'll just do a few more circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let them slow down even more and become smaller until you come to the center of the belly button again, and you've just got the warmth of the hands spreading through. Okay. And let your arms just drop. I'm just going to move away from the wall a little bit. Now we're going to do that twisting thing we've done before. But before we get going, make sure you have your feet nicely planted on the floor so they're just relaxed. Soft and relaxed in the ankles, soft and relaxed in the knees. They're not going beyond the toes, but they're not kind of completely straight. Have your knees kind of nicely bent, maybe even up to level with the toes. Okay. So it's almost like you're starting to sit down, so you're nicely planted. Now turn the hips. And notice the knees trying to kind of stay pretty much over the feet. I'm not really twisting like this or leaning over one side and the other. I'm trying to stay in the middle. And the knees are trying to stay pretty much straight. Okay. Then you can try and turn a bit more. Sorry, plant. Move a little bit. You can let the arms swing. Now, for the people who had more lower burner stuff, you can focus on the spine. Focus on the spine, having a gentle twist, like a towel being twisted to wring out the water. Feel that move all the way up your spine to the neck, and then unwind again. For the people who had the middle burner stuff, You can notice how the middle of your body feels, and notice where the arms sort of bounce onto, the sort of like squeezing and then releasing of the middle of the body. And if you need to really try and release, you can make it a little bit stronger, but nice and gentle if it's just needed gently, you know? You have to find your feeling and you have to follow it. That's up to you to do. And you can just let that happen in your own time. Find what's right for you. There isn't any golden rule. And for people with the upper burner stuff, as you're doing this, notice what it's like with the breath as you turn. You need to breathe in here and then out there. Is it quick? Is it more like you can do a full breath and have a couple of turns? Notice what it's like with the breath for the upper burner people. Okay. Now, if we want to increase the twist and the spin, we can, as we turn away, bring up the other foot and then lurch behind. It just gives an extra, again, keeping the spine straight. Wow, so many sighs today. I'm really enjoying this. And this is really helping with the middle burner. Okay, and then we're coming back to center. Then we're just allowing the hips and the arms to relax. The turning is almost just finishing of its own accord. And just notice how much turn there is still going. You're not forcing it to stop. You're just letting it find its own moment of stopping. Maybe it's still going a little bit really internally, subtler and subtler inside, until we find that center again. Has the center got movement? Or is the center stilling as well? So our feeling of center is to do with the heart and that fire element that we've been working on for a while now. Okay, maybe just step out a little bit. Lovely. Now, how's the middle burner feeling after that? So for me, a little bit of clearing has happened, but it's still a bit tight. So we can do some work, again on the legs, we'll do some tapping. We're going to go down the outside of the front, and then up the inside of the front. So this is the stomach, and then the spleen. Okay, so I'm going to use a loose fist. So notice I've not got a completely clenched fist, I've just got a loose fist. They say with room for a sparrow's egg. So tap down, stomach, onto the top of the feet, and then up the inside of the front of the leg, spleen. Down stomach, and then up spleen. One more time. Nice and nourishing, getting our needs met. And then we're going to go down, tap down the outer edge of the ribs. And then we're going to go over the hips, outside edge of the leg, turn out the toes slightly, and come up the inside flat of the leg. Hips, outside of the leg, turn out the toes, inside, flat of the leg. Last time, hips. And this really helps open up and smooth flow of blood and qi and the expression of our feelings and our mind. Free flow. Okay. Whew. Lovely. Now, last check-in with the middle burner. How's that feeling? All right, nice. Something moving, something happening. Yeah, there's definitely more movement. So that's good. Okay. We're going to move on to the upper burner, and hopefully afterwards we'll have a bit of time for something else. So now the upper burner is home to the lungs, the heart, and the heart protector, or also called pericardium, which is a bit of fabric that surrounds the heart. So I'd like you to just start by shaking off a shoulder, kind of bouncing up and down with the legs and getting one shoulder bouncing up and down, so you're kind of loosening up the shoulder and the side of the body here. Maybe you can like take it forwards and like that, so you get a bit of the back, or like open out backwards a little bit, that opens up here. And then take it into the other side, loosening and bouncing, loosening and bouncing, beg your pardon. Bring it forwards a bit, so you're getting the back of the upper back, top, yeah, one side of the upper back, and lost how to speak. That's often a sign of the heart. Qi. It opens into the tongue, you see. Lean back, so you get the front of the chest opening a little bit. Just a little bit of light loosening in the shoulders and the upper body. Okay, here we go. Notice just how that feels now. Just a little bit of movement. Has that already helped? A little bit? Okay. So we're going to start by doing some stretches. We've got this lovely famous one that we do here. And I'll do it this way to begin with. So it's almost like a dive position. And it stretches out this sort of outer aspect. And then when we open out, almost imagine that your hands are pointing backwards and it's the middle finger that's sort of almost like drawing you out. Middle finger just draws open here. So breathe in, stretch forwards, feel the upper back stretch. And let your shoulders relax, the breath opens out, the middle fingers reach back. Okay. And again, breathing in. And relax the body, relax the shoulders, open out from the middle fingers. One last one. Okay. So that's the heart protector and its partner, the triple heater. Sorry, I keep going off screen. Now, let's just check in and notice, has that changed the quality in the chest at all, in the upper burner? It has for me. It's made it a little bit warmer. And we're going to do one more quality with the heart as well, a stretch with the heart. We do this one. Now, I'm just going to crouch down so you can really see it, but you can carry on standing up or sitting if you're already sitting. Put your hands together in a prayer position in front of your heart. And it'll look like, we've done it before, it'll look like this, where you bring it up, you breathe in, and you just relax your shoulders and open out the elbows a little bit, pointing the hands behind you. Now, if this is painful for the shoulders, just reach up and then let your hands point back as easily as you can. But encourage that feeling of the elbows opening out, but not the shoulders. It's a funny feeling. It's like the shoulders, they just relax. But you try and let the elbows open out as well. See how you go with that. Okay. Hands in front of you, prayer position. And just take a moment to feel a connection between the hands and the heart. Lovely. Breathing in, gently let them raise up, and the shoulders relaxed, the elbows nice and open. Breathing out, pointing the hands behind you. Breathing in, shoulders relaxed, elbows opening out, hands pointing behind you. Let the spine be nice and straight. If you need to, tuck the tailbone under if you have any lower back pain. Last breath in. Relax the shoulders, open the elbows, point the hands back. And then relax the hands back down to prayer position. Thank you. Lovely. Shake the arms out. Hopefully that was okay for you. I'll stand up again. And that just opens out the heart channel in the legs. In the arms. Wow, I really can't talk today. Okay, lovely. Check in again. Upper Baddha, how's that now? What's the quality like? Oh, that feels a lot more yummy inside. Don't know about you, but for me, that just feels so nice. Okay, the last quality of the lungs in the Upper Baddha. And so we're going to do a breathing in like a yawning, like this, and then we'll just let the arms drop. Now again, shoulders-wise, go where you need to go. If you can go with one arm back and the other arm and you can go to here, that's where you go, that's fine. If you have any restriction, bring the thumbs up and the index fingers out, like a sort of, you're pointing over here and you're pointing over there. And then just allow the movement not to come from the arms, but to come from the finger and thumb. Up, and then relax. Okay, so we're going to breathe in as if yawning. And relax. Oh, wow. Really does make me yawn. Okay, we'll do another one of those. Lovely. Shake, 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 shake. One last one. Breathing in, stretching with the fingers and thumbs. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Plant. Lovely, lovely. Okay, just give the shoulders a little bit of a rub. Nice, shoulders and the tops of the arms. Okay, in fact, we'll just do a little bit of arm swinging. So again, feet hip to shoulder width apart. And we're just allowing the arms to be like swinging in front of us and behind us. And at the moment, they're just about the same height as our hara, our belly. And then try and put a bounce in the knees, both forwards and backwards, bounce, 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 bounce. And then you can use the bounce to make the arms move, you see. You can encourage the arms to swing. And we don't want the hands to come in front of us any higher than the shoulders. They just want to be relaxed. They're just here, they're relaxed, you know? Shoulders relaxed, hands don't come any higher than that. But behind us, we can try and encourage them with just a little extra swing of the arm, tiny extra swing in the arms, but really with the bounce of the legs. Boing, 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 boing. Now, Dinah, I've never forgotten you saying, imagine the heavens have connected you with a bungee rope to your crown. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, so the arms swinging nicely behind you, shoulders very relaxed, sides of the body relaxed, chest and upper back relaxed. And now let's point our thumbs and our index fingers again. And this just extends the channels of the lung and the large intestine. Okay. Nicely, nicely, nicely. We'll just do a few more. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. And then stop the bouncing in the legs. Let the arms just swing until naturally they come to a bit of a stop. And notice any movement in the body. And just let the movement keep on going, wherever the movement is. Not stopping anything, just noticing. Until it gets to look smaller and smaller and more internal until you're getting into that center of yourself again. Until that feeling of movement has just become a natural central place. And just relax in the center. Lovely. Okay. Nice. Maybe just step out with the arms and the legs. Great. We've still got 10 minutes to go. I mean, for me, timing-wise, this is unheard of. That's great. That's good. We can play for another couple of minutes before finishing up. So I'd like us to just check in with our 3 burning spaces again. We're going to come down to the lower burner, bring our attention in, notice how the lower burner is doing. Does it feel different from the beginning when we first checked in with it to now? How is it feeling? What's it like now? Okay. And then we bring our attention up, belly button to diaphragm. We have the middle burner. And check in, how's the middle burner now? Okay. And just notice, when we first checked in at the beginning, what was it like? And now checking in with it now, what is it like now? Any difference? There is for me. Great. Okay, then we come up to the upper burner, and what's that like? Just a quick snapshot, and then just notice when we first began, what was it like? Remember back, and then come to now, what's it like now? Excellent. Okay, so a bit of a change going on, hopefully in all of the burners for you. And we're just going to do a couple more things. So we're going to do a little gentle massage in the middle of the body here. So we've got like a central line. We've talked all about the channels that run down the body in arms and legs and through the head and face. And we do have 2 central channels that run in the front aspect and the center of the back. And we're not going to go into them in detail, but I just thought we would contact a few places along here. So if you come down, you find your belly button, and then come down by about 4 fingers width below. So you see, here's my belly button, here's my 4 fingers. We come down just sort of somewhere below that. Okay. Now maybe you need the loo, so don't press too hard, but just gently allow your fingers to sort of relax in. It's almost like your attention and your intention work together to sink into the point. And this can really help the small intestine as well as generally your energy levels, you know? It's like the pooling of energy in your intestines where so much of the food nourishes the blood and brings energy and nutrients into your body. Good foundation point for energy in the body. And just love that point for a moment. Oh, yummy. Nice. Okay, and then come back out. And then just gently massage your way up until you find the bottom edge of the ribs. Okay, so here for me is where the ribs start to come down. You know, that's where they meet. And then they come out. So we're going to hold that point with 1 finger, come down to the belly button with the other. So like this is the distance. Now meet halfway in between. And again, let the fingers come to this point, halfway between the bottom of the rib meeting and the belly button. And the fingers are just going to join here, and you're going to relax the weight of the arms and let your intention point inwards and the attention of the mind sink in with the fingers. And this is nourishing and activating for the stomach. If you ever feel nausea or burping or reflux or anything like that, this is a great point. But also generally, the stomach is called the master of the liquids. You know, you want it to be able to break down the foods properly. So for middle burner people, this is a great one. For anyone with digestive disorders, this is a great one. So just settling into this point and allowing warmth to spread in, or whatever's needed. Just bring a bit of love to this point. Relax. Nice. You know, it's not just about working a point. Sometimes it's just about being with a point, or just about loving, you know, a quality, a way of just loving, frankly, is enough. It's the most beautiful thing. Okay, and then come out. We're going to come up, we find the ribs where they meet again, and then we've got the top of the ribs. Now, it's not halfway, but just a little bit lower than halfway. So we've got halfway would be about here on me. I'm just going to drop down by about an inch at the most. You've got to find your sort of like, you know, this is the distance of the sternum, it's called, the rib plate. Halfway and then just a little bit below. You have this lovely feeling again of the heart and heart protector, like a real heart central core quality. Now, it might be quite emotional for you, and if it is, just go really gently. Again, just let the shoulders and the arms relax. The intention can be very gentle, and then your attention of mind is just relaxing and sinking in. You're just loving the point for a moment, and loving whatever comes up, you know. Even if it's a little bit uncomfortable, just let it pass like a cloud. Just being aware. And smile. And smile. Okay, and then come out of that. Stroke down that middle line. Here we go. So we contacted one that was just over 4 fingers width below the belly button for the small intestine, generally good for the energy. Halfway between rib and belly button for the stomach, and then just below halfway in the sternum for generally the heart. Okay, last bit of shaking off. So we've checked in with the 3 burners again, and hopefully for you there was some kind of difference. For me there was great difference. My middle burner's definitely freed up a lot. There's a bit more going on in here. I might have to carry on working with it, but up here is it cleared loads. So last of all, I'd like us to join together in a circle. So last thing we'll do is just come into our alignment, feet about hip to shoulder width apart, bring your attention internally, eyes closed, feel the space around you, feel the space inside of you. And just relax into this space, relax into your center that we were contacting, that calm, subtle space somewhere inside. And then again, notice the whole class, this lovely, quite social and really supportive group that we were in. And just have a sense of thanks going out around the whole group, around the whole class. Really heartfelt thanks. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yes, that's a lovely feeling. Beautiful. Okay. And then come back again, and we have just a couple of minutes. I'd just like to say thank you to Dinah. Dinah, you're welcome to come on if you'd like to. Always lovely to do a class with you. Thank you very much, Gillian. Very good session. And Dinah, you said, imagine a balloon or beach ball between your knees. That's a really great way of helping when you're doing those standing up exercises. Hello, Dinah.
Hello, I've just eaten something.
Nourishing the blood.
Yes, exactly. I needed to nourish my blood before I go to work. Lovely. Thank you, Basti.
Thank you very much.
That I had a client yesterday say to me, Cliff goes so fast. It was very nice to actually go a bit slower and just take some more time.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Somehow I went slow and still had a couple of minutes at the end.
I know, amazing. And it's 11 o'clock, so go forth and enjoy your day, everybody.
Absolutely. Have a beautiful day. Yeah. See you all soon, no doubt.
Okay. Bye, everyone.